All right, let me just check this audio. Okay, that looks good. And the video looking good. All right. All right. Looks like we're ready. I think we're ready. Are you guys ready? You guys ready for a fresh start to your week? Because I'll let you know the weekend's over. You know what that means. It's time to strap Grandpa's oxygen mask back onto his face and brush off his little chalky looking knee so you got some place to sit down and listen, because we're about to get into this episode. Let's go. Let's do this, huh? All right, here we go. Thank you guys for joining me today. It's Monday, January the 23rd, 2023. It's great to be here with you guys on this wonderful, kind of brisk, windy day. I mean, the gust of wind out there, it's crazy out there, you know? I mean, as a matter of fact, I thought I just heard a gust of wind pick up a 7-year-old and toss him into damn Oklahoma from where I'm at, you know? I mean, it comes, it goes. So, welcome to the beginning of the week. This is episode 15. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave us a voicemail or a text on the on the pod number. It's just a Google voicemail. You can leave your name. Don't leave your name. You can, just tell us what's going on with you guys out there. We'd love to hear it. It's and that number is 828-630-9575. So give us a little shout. So let's see, what else? I don't know. I think that's, intro wise. Again, thank you for being here with us today on this January day, man. And, looking at the calendar right now, I just can't believe that January is almost over. It just seems like it just started. But now it's already over. I don't know. That just sounds like a relationship to me, at the beginning, it just really throws its arms right around you and it's very welcoming, like wholeheartedly welcoming. But then towards the end, the hug starts to slowly disappear, and then the next thing you know, it's gone, man. And it's crazy how life does that. You know how sometimes, time just kind of drags on, and it just makes you feel like you just want to crawl out of your own body, nuts and all. You just want to really, make that clock, just move a little bit faster, And I guess that all depends on what you're doing. And then you got days where, time goes so quickly that it doesn't even feel like you did enough on that day because, time has gone by so quickly, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I just can't believe January is almost over. So, I'm coming to you live from Asheville, North Carolina, the land of the sky, or at least that's what some say. Some say Asheville, it's like the San Francisco of the East, or what else did they? Paris of the South. I'm not really sure why, because I don't see anybody really acting French or speaking French or or even doing any French activities other than maybe eating outdoors. That's kind of a French thing to do if you really think about it. Um, but I guess anyone could do that, right? Anyone could eat outdoors, you know. And speaking of which, so this afternoon before I came in, I was walking my dog and in the park, and I noticed that there was, there's a man and a woman having a little picnic, and I thought, who the hell would want to do that in the middle of winter? But maybe they just enjoy the cold, or maybe maybe they. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just they think it's summer. I don't know. I don't know. I just couldn't believe that they were out there in the first place. But here I am during my walk. I got to thinking about them outside doing picnic stuff. And then I got to thinking about, it's a man and a woman out there. And, there's just some things, I started thinking that there's just some things that women can do and that men can't. I mean, other than the obvious, like having a baby, or, looking sexy while they're drinking something, or, having, multiple orgasms, shit. Like, man can't do that. I mean, that's one and done for like, at least, 96% of us. So, but what else? Women are great at multitasking. That's what I was thinking. Even when it comes down to speech, if you really think about it, their ideas and thoughts are more concise. A man stumbles over, like I do all the time. I'm doing it right now. But a man stumbles over his words with a bunch of uhs and ums and, just that sort of thing. But, you ask a woman a question and she will come back with either I don't know or have almost everything in their heads put together, in a much clearer side than a man, if you will. But having a picnic is just one of those things that I was just thinking about, when it comes down to a man and a woman, so, but hear me out. A woman really, ideally, she can go outside and lay a blanket down on the ground and enjoy a small lunch, and it's not a big deal. In a way, there's something beautiful about that. She's just out there enjoying herself in the sun, with that nice lunch, probably made of some like homemade. She probably made some homemade fruit to bring with her, a stalk of basil, or maybe even a freaking stalk of broccoli or something. Whatever she's out there bringing, something real outdoorsy, but whatever she brings with her, she's enjoying it, and that's a real inviting thing to see, to see a woman out there able to do something without any judgment, that's that's so. Shit, I don't even know the word right now, That's just freaking sexy as hell, man, But then, a woman can do that. Now for a guy, if a guy goes out there and does the same thing, people don't really look at him the same way, It's, they look at that guy and most think, what's going on with old boy over there? What's that degenerate doing over there? Probably on the lookout for some young fellow to come along and share his meat and balls sub, if you know what I'm saying, almost like a man wearing turquoise. Like, look, in my opinion, this just shouldn't happen. No man should wear turquoise unless they're like playing a sport or living, next to a big body of water. If you ask me, like a ocean, lake, a glacier, um, the Dead Sea, you know. And that's just what it is, So if you're a man, you probably shouldn't be wearing that mystery color. Just like a man shouldn't be doing picnicking by himself. No. And really, if you're a single man and you're wearing turquoise and laying a blanket down, and you're trying to picnic by yourself, somebody better call the authorities, because this dirty man isn't playing by the rules. You see what I'm saying? Get his ass out of there, But that also makes me wonder also, that, like, as I'm saying it, like playing by the rules. What does playing by the rules even mean, I guess, in my head? Like, I guess that's where I'm going. What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means. It's kind of like, it's, let's see, what am I, I'm trying to get the words. I don't know. Why do we have to follow certain guidelines, that don't help us, I guess. I guess that's where I'm going, We're told at a young age to go to school and I'm sorry if I'm all over the place today, It's just, trying to get things oriented and situated and all that stuff today's been a crazy, crazy day. So, but where was I going with all this? What was I saying? Oh yeah. Guidelines and rules and everything, society as a whole, we're told to go to school, and get a college education and find a job. And hopefully it's one that doesn't require doing something like butt smuggling, the midnight salami, or making bacon strips out of your brother's damn first base glove or whatever, something out of this world, But, then you're supposed to get married and have kids, and of course, don't forget about the house and the dog and all that. And it's all these steps that we've been that have been passed down to us since like the 60s. And I think many think that if you don't follow these certain particular rules or guidelines, or or this like societal, I don't even know if that's a damn word, but I'm going to throw it out there, spell it somehow, to yourself. But you're leaving this footprint, or the societal footprint. Then you're going to do, you're just gonna. If you don't do it, then you aren't going to do anything with your life if you don't follow that. And that's just going to become some guy or some girl that supposedly, society looks at them not like having their shit together because they didn't take those A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 steps. And that's all bizarre to me because like you don't have to take those steps. I mean, there are so many people that didn't go to college. I mean, hell, some barely made it out of high school. I'm shit. I'll include myself right now. When I graduated high school, it's graduation day, and they call our names and all that other stuff. And I'm sure if you guys graduated from some particular institution, then they probably do the same. But they call your name, and you walk up, you shake the people's hands and all that. They hand you your diploma, and then you walk off and go sit down or whatever. So here I am waiting for my turn, and they finally call my name, and I walk across the stage, and our principal, uh, she said something to me, which I don't think she said to anybody else, but she hands me my diploma and she goes, Zach, I'm just surprised you made it. you know? I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't the best student, I mean, but I did play by the rules, and it still didn't help me out much during that I mean, high school was like they're like holding your hand all over the place, trying to point you out into what direction you should go or should not, or it's those guidelines, but once I got into college and that holding of the hand, that relationship, like I said earlier, that hug, or whatever, like dissipated, then I kind of quit playing by the rules and I just did my own thing. And because I did my own thing, I don't know, I did better. I didn't have to have someone, hawk-eyeing me or casing me about what it is I'm supposed to do or not. It was up to me on whether I wanted to do it. Kind of like this podcast. Shit, this podcast is all over the place. I don't have a niche or a niche or whatever the hell you want to call it, or a particular subject that I'm discussing every week, and that's just because every week is so different, and then, so because that's the case, I can like literally talk about or do anything that I want. 1 week I might be talking about, making or doing something, just important for somebody because, I think that's the nice thing to do. That's what's running in my cycle of blood right now, to my brain, out my mouth. That's, some weeks are like that. And then the next week rolls around and I'm talking about, fucking God knows what, things that have been dancing around in my head, but that's where the creative side comes out with me. I'd like to grasp onto a theme or something like that for this pod, but I don't particularly know what it is. But I want to grasp onto a theme and still not have still not have to play by the rules. Quit playing by the rules. It helps you if you don't play by the rules, it helps you think outside of the box a little bit. Because you're able to change your mind and, as much as you want to, and sometimes it forces you to like use your imagination sometimes or all the time, when you're thinking outside of that, that L7 square or whatever you want to call it, I mean, people seem to lose, like, as they grow up, people seem to lose their imagination, and everything doesn't have to be so black and white all the time. There's so much gray out there, and that, I'm not trying to sound corny or anything, but that's some real life out there. The gray area, not this black and white, bullshit that people are like constantly trying to pick out and trying to sodomize your damn eardrums, going that route. That's just, sometimes you got to do your own thing and play by your own guidelines. A teacher of mine a long time ago said there is no such thing as the path to success. And at first I thought that was just a bunch of bullshit, I mean, you're really just trying to preach at me in certain areas. And I feel like I'm preaching at you guys right now. And that's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm not trying to do that. You can listen to me or don't listen to me. You can, do your own guidelines and play by your own rules and or societal rules like we were just talking about. It's fine if you want to. But, then as I got older, that statement started being more present in my life. It started to become more true because there are just plenty of ways to do something, not just one way. If you're, it's almost like if you were driving, I don't know, like if you're in your car, everyone takes the same path, same way, same route, to get to work or to get wherever they're going. It's all they're all in one like, like a magnet is just like controlling them. Everyone takes the same path, and because that's usually the way to go. You follow in line, like those, what's that game called, man? I got those green-headed, dirty damn leprechauns running around, and you're supposed to, they follow each other, and you pick up shovels or whatever it is. You're digging through canyon walls, and if you make a mistake, one dies, and then the whole damn suicidal group decides to go off the cliff or whatever. Fuck, man, I don't know. Shit, what is it? Let me see. Oh, a lemming. That's what it is. We're all lemmings, because we follow the same guidelines. Like, instead of following, why don't we break off and do our own path? It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being a little too judgy, I guess, and that happens. I just don't know why we all have to, be so predictable, I guess. Like, it's boring because you don't have to. You should just live your life the way that you want to live it, and I mean, there are so many self-made people, that didn't even freaking go to college or did go to college and then dropped out. And, but those are some of the biggest like risk takers. I mean, to me, look at Quentin Tarantino. That guy did everything on his own. He didn't have a college education. I think he was a high school dropout. I don't even know, man. But now look at him. He made his own path, did his own thing. It's what it is. Mark Zuckerberg, whatever the dude, the last name of Facebook's, creative suite is, whatever his last name is. He didn't create Facebook by graduating from college, or because he had a job that someone said, here, you wanna work on this, like this is your task, work on this. He didn't do that. He did everything in his spare time, and he dropped out of school, but then he laid all the cards down, that he laid all the cards down he was holding, and then he just went all in, And just like most of the greats we look at, they didn't play by the rules. If they would have done that, they would have been left behind. Nobody wants to hear, somebody say, structurally speaking, you can't play that song because it's not in the right key, or you can't play that note because it doesn't sound good. Like, okay, maybe it doesn't sound good with that particular song, but hell, it'll probably sound good on the next song. You don't know. I guess overall, like, what I'm saying, is, you just gotta love what you do and say fuck everything else and everyone else. And, but you just gotta, put everything you got into it if you really love it that much. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't know. Shit, I don't even know what I'm talking about, man. I think I do, but then some cases I don't. I don't know. It's just, I just don't. I just say we have to sometimes quit playing by the rules. But, yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Let's get into some news. Let's get into some strange news, huh? So it looks like Pizza Hut is attempting to build the largest pizza in LA, I guess. It's, they said they built the largest pizza in Los Angeles. It was around 14,000 square feet, and it's supposed to hold up about 68,000 slices. Okay. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. But see, what guidelines? They're doing their own thing. I mean, but look, if you're having, if you're having to build a pizza that is 68, or if you want to build a pizza that's like 68,000 slices of pure butt drama, or looking, if you're going to eat some of those slices, you are going to get into some butt drama. You'll probably look into having some of that ass furnace, that AKA constipation coming out of you, But hey, then I say, get in there if you dare. I mean, that's crazy. But why are we building this freaking grease wheel? It's just, I don't get it. and you're building this big ass pizza in Los Angeles, and I don't get it, man. Why not donate some of that money to the homeless out there? Or maybe that's the solution. Maybe that's something that they're gonna do. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even think any outdoor city camper or urban camper out there would even take that challenge on. Maybe they would. I don't know. I mean, like I said, if you want, man, like fucking dare to get into that fucking ass furnace, because after you eat about fucking 8 slices of that or whatever, you know what's gonna happen. But you should see this fucking thing. This thing, it almost looks like one of those posters that you hang up on the wall, and you got to cross your eyes to see what it is. I mean, but to be honest with you, it looks absolutely terrible. I'm not trying to discourage these guys or anything, but it's pretty bad. So, but I guess check that out if you will, if you get a moment. And I guess that's about all I can say about that. What else do we got going on? An Australian park rangers in Queensland, Australia, they found a cane toad. Whoa. A cane toad that was, that was about 6 pounds. And I don't know about you, but damn, 6 pounds of cane toad. That's a lot of licking. Don't put that bitch in front of fucking Mike Tyson. He'll, bite off one of its legs and lick on its backside and let you know what the real future is. You know what I'm talking about? But damn, 6 pounds worth of freaking frog meat. That's crazy. I mean, that thing's a small dumbbell. That's wild. 6 pounds. And you should see this thing. This thing looks like a small, I mean, it is a small dog. Practically. I mean, shit, man. I mean, it's crazy. You should really look it up. Just look it up. But I'm not going to get too much into this cane toad because that's just, yeah, it's weird. It's very, very, very strange. The NFL playoffs, they were yesterday. San Francisco will be playing the Eagles, and it looks like Cincinnati will be playing the Chiefs. Those are the final four, that are left. Pretty good games. Not the Eagles game. That was a little on the, it was a little on the sleepy side for me. Really, I mean, the score was like 28-0 at half, and it was like, you already know what's going on with all that. The San Francisco game was pretty close halfway through. I think the score was like 9-9 at half. So in my head, it's straight up zeros. We're starting over from zero. And, but congratulations to, the teams that have won. And, man, I thought Jacksonville was really going to beat the Chiefs. I'm so hoping that was kind of going to happen because, I mean, to be honest, I'm just kind of sick of hearing about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and all this other jazz. It's just, but, it was football. Oh, it's football. Like I said, I'm still thinking it's Super Bowl wise. I think it's going to be Chiefs, San Francisco, whatever number I spat out last time. I think I was like 27-17, Chiefs. That's what I think, it will be. And man, I lucked out this season. I put some money down on a team that I thought was going to be a surprise, and they folded like a damn piece of cardboard outside right now, gusting away. But yeah, there goes that. So there's always next season, I guess. But man, what else has been going on? Yeah, not a whole lot other than that. Really thinking about, maybe pursuing, maybe getting someone in here, maybe, to talk with, maybe do a little, not an interview or anything, but just maybe, I'd like to get someone, I don't know, maybe like a designer or, somebody that, I don't know, that, I don't know, that I find interesting to sit down and talk with. I don't know when that would happen or who it's going to be or anything like that. And I'm not even going to say it's going to be next week or anything like that. But it'd be nice to have someone in here, a guest. But we'll just see how things roll, how things shake out. Because still, I don't know what I'm doing right now with any of this. I'm just kind of putting it out there and going with it. That's all I can do. I know I need to pre-plan a little bit better. Do more on the production side of things. To try to get this thing to be a little bit better for you guys again. Like I would, I'm thinking about themes. I just don't know I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go. So, but okay. I think I'm gonna roll out. It's been about 30 minutes or so. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in again. I'm still again getting used to all of this. And hopefully later on down the road, this will become more of your space rather than it just being my area. Because every week is a new week. You know, I'm just happy to be here with anyone who wants to listen. And again, if you like to share your thoughts or feelings or anything about any of this or what's going on in your lives, give us give us a ring, hit that text, on that Google voicemail, that and let us know what's going on in your lives. I've said it before, and I'd really like to know what's going on. We've gotten one text, and I get it. Like, nobody knows about this, about what's going on in here or this podcast. So that's another, on the pre-production or production side of things that, I really, that I need to take care of. Maybe get someone in here that does better editing than myself, because I'm sure there is someone out there that can possibly do that. But yeah, that number, hit that number. It's 828-630-9575. All right, guys. Just remember, you create your own path in this life. Don't let anyone discourage you, even if they think an idea is stupid or difficult, that you're trying to pursue. All you can do is do your best. And that's about all we can ask, man. That's about it. So, all right, guys, stay true to yourselves, and we'll see you next week. All right, we're gonna go out on that same little harmonica piece. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. All right, be well, everyone. Take care of yourselves.